Hey everyone, I'm Don't Tread on Me Game Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing 1111 Memories Retold for the PlayStation 4. This game was created by Aradam Animations and Dixie Art, published by Bandai Namco. 1111 Memories Retold is a narrative-based adventure game that focuses on two different characters, one from Canada by the name of Harry and the other a German by the name of Kirk. In this adventure game, you follow both Harry and Kirk's journey. 1111 Memories Retold is a strongly story-driven experience. Don't expect to be shooting waves of enemies like in your typical FPS shooter. Here we have something different, something truly unique and something truly special in art style and storytelling. The game's story begins in the year 1916, 2 years before the war's final conclusion. You play as both Harry and Kirk, who both find themselves enlisting into the war. Harry, who is Canadian, resides in the city of Toronto. He is a photographer by profession. He works at a small photography store with a woman named Julia, who he has known since childhood. Though they are just friends, Harry loves and adores Julia. Harry feels inadequate. He believes that he is not good enough for Julia. We are also introduced to Julia's father and another character known as Major Barrett. While the Major together with Julia's father are having a drink, he comes across Harry's photographs. The Major is quite impressed with Harry's photograph skills. After taking photos of the Major, Harry is invited by the Major to join him in the war. Harry decides to join him, believing by joining the war he will become a hero and will be able to impress and earn Julia's love. So off Harry goes. Together with the Major, they board a ship and head for France. On the other hand, Kirk is a German who is an engineer by trade. While working to patch in a radio signal, Kirk hears an announcement of 16 missing soldiers from Unit IR-125, the same unit where Kirk's son, Max, is serving in the German army. Max is already participating in the war. After not hearing from his son for some time, Kirk decides to enlist into the war, hoping he will be able to find his son. He boards a train heading towards the Western Front. The story of the game is full of heart, and there is a twist within the story. I will not spoil it, nevertheless, the journey of both Harry and Kirk is one emotional ride. Both Harry's and Kirk's story interacts lovely with each other, giving you one of this generation's best story-driven adventure games. Gameplay differs when you play between the two characters. When you are playing as Harry, your main objective is to take photos of various characters while also capturing the realities of war. When you jump into a new game, your first objective is to take multiple photos of Julia. Later on, you'll be able to pick one of the photos taken of Julia, which you'll be able to take with you on your expedition to the front. Harry's adventure begins on a ship with Major Barrett heading towards France. You spend your first few minutes following a bird. You must follow the bird and take multiple shots with your new camera given to you by Julia. Later on, you'll be required to operate and ring the ship's bells in order to signal to the captain to steer either left or right, avoiding the mines in the water. Harry will also be required to fetch things like water, food, turn levers, cut bread, and other action events that aid in furthering the story of the game. There will also be at times when Harry will have to storm onto the battlefield in order to help soldiers in need and fulfill Major Barrett's orders. When playing as Kirk, you'll be required to fix various equipment like radios, pulling levers, and pushing carts, while at the same time you'll also be looking for the whereabouts of your son, gathering information from other soldiers on his whereabouts. Kirk sometimes will be required to use a listening device in order to listen on the enemy's conversations. At certain points in the game, Kirk will be able to write letters to his daughter. In this section of the game, the player will be given 3 different options on how to write 3 different sections of the letter. These options will include telling your daughter about the war, when you are coming home, your search for Max, and more. Kirk will also have to gather ammunition by request of the soldiers and gather water to cool off the machine guns. In certain sections of the game, you'll be able to take control of a cat or bird. Both of these animals end up being a personal companion of Harry and Kirk. In these moments, you'll be required to achieve certain objectives by the bird or the cat themselves. I only ever noticed one issue in the game. This issue involved a Canadian soldier running into a wall, but besides that, this game has no other problems. The game has been well polished on release. The visuals crafted here is something not seen in any video game before. Its visuals have been completely created in an oil pastel art style. No other game currently released has this unique and colorful art style. Sound and music is excellent, the voice acting is great, and the music gives the game a heavenly hearted feeling. As you interact with fellow soldiers, you hear them interacting and even playing their personal musical instruments, singing songs. It really makes you feel you're really there amongst the soldiers. There's a feeling of camaraderie in these small moments. Overall, 1111 Memories Retold is an excellent adventure game and a true masterpiece in its own right. Its well-crafted story with its excellent set of characters gives a new take on the old World War formula. Its rich story-driven experience with excellent dialogue and voice acting, along with its rich and unique art style, makes 1111 Memories Retold a true masterpiece. 1111 Memories Retold gets an excellent 9.5 out of 10. If you liked this review, please like this video and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you would like to make a donation in order to keep this channel going, please donate to the following PayPal address you see on screen.